Dr. Corbett, Reverend clergy, friends, I thank each and every one of you to come here today on the Capitol steps to mourn the loss of a great man. I thank you to come here because I feel that the Capitol grounds are the symbol of the progress that the Reverend Cohen has just made reference to. It is here where we meet with the legislature to plan for the future. It is here where we must have concern for each and every citizen of the state of Arkansas. The problems that confront us today are the problems that confronted us yesterday. Some of them will confront us tomorrow. But maybe this tragic incident and the loss of this great moderate leader, a man who believed in peaceful leadership, will awaken the eyes and the minds and the hearts and the souls of the people throughout our state and throughout the nation. Frankly, I had hoped we would be even more gathered together here today. There are many citizens, I'm sure, who are listening on the radio and on the television that are here with us in spirit, although they did not come, maybe because of threatening weather. But I feel that Arkansas today stands at the threshold of leading the nation in a demonstration of what people of goodwill, God-fearing people gathered together can do for a better America. There are many people in this audience here today who remember vividly 1957. We suffered. We suffered not only economically, but we suffered in the eyes of the world because of a tragic incident of lack of communication, lack of understanding of the great challenges, the opportunities before us. That is not the case today. I know of no other state in the Union that is having a similar gathering today, a prayerful gathering, a gathering of all faiths and all races to pray not only in the memory of Martin Luther King, but particularly to give us strength to go ahead and carry out that for which he stood. We in Arkansas, as I say, can set a pattern for the rest of the nation. We must intensify our communication. We must make better known, not only to your government, but to the people of this great state, the problems that led to this tragic incident. I can stand here and enumerate problems. I hardly need to enumerate them to many of you here in the audience, but to those who may be listening on radio or television, let us not forget the importance of equal education. Let us not forget the importance of the environment. Let us not forget the importance of the elimination of the slums, of the ghettos. Let us not forget that we all are the creatures of God. Black, white, makes no difference. We are the creatures of God. And therefore we must act as responsible creatures of God. We must work in unison. We must redouble our efforts. We must recognize the fact that our courts have shown prejudice in years gone by. We must recognize the fact that our peace officers across the nation, throughout the state, have got a job to do. Regrettably, of the 5,000 peace officers in the state of Arkansas, only 1,400 have had an opportunity to go through our new police academy. I addressed that police academy's first graduating class of state troopers. It was a memorable occasion, not only because it was the first class, but also it included the first Negro to join the state trooper force. A fine man who was elected by his class to speak for the class. And in talking to that audience, to their parents and to their friends that came, I said, let's take the positive attitude. Let's not be talking about law enforcement officers that are gathered here together, graduating today. Let's talk about peace officers. I challenged that group there, and I will challenge all of you and all of those who are involved in law enforcement to revive the attitude that the police officer should be your friend. He should assist you in your problems. We've got to create that mutual trust. We're all human and we can make human errors. We can panic. I have been under fire in combat for 18 months. We couldn't afford to panic. But I'll tell you, you could afford to be scared. I remember so well one time a friend of mine who had had his first opportunity in combat, and he was on a radio reporting that the resistance was stiff. The rest of the resistance was rough. The infantry troops were reporting back that the resistance was light. No resistance. And when my friend came back, my Navy friend, to the boat, he said to me, I said to him, Tony, what were you talking about, resistance stiff? He says, those fellows were shooting at me, and if they were shooting at me, resistance was stiff. Now, if we keep that philosophy in mind, sometimes we think that resistance is stiff because it seems to be directed at us as an individual or at a segment of the community. It is stiff, but working in harmony with God's blessing, we can achieve, and we in Arkansas are going to be proud among the states that we have solved our problems and will solve our problems. We can't perform miracles because we are here together today as a symbol of working together for the equality of man, for the dignity of man, for our place in God's sight. Thank you.